Der Online Security and Rape Recovery Diary. This is ANNIKA, psychic medium and channel. I suck up all kinds of energies. I suck up the energies of my environment and transmute them into something better. After 24 years of rape, every 2 to 5 years, I created an online security diary to stay safe. I said, be courageous, murder me, not poison me. Seriously. And I lay down on my bed and thought, oh, please body die, please body die. But it's not dying, it's just being tortured. What was that? And now I tried another Red Bull, like a day later. I woke up feeling almost normal, still poisoned. What was that? So I got up in the morning and felt like, wow, that alcohol was weird, because I only had half the gin tonic that I made. And still felt like, for the amount I had, why can I drink like 10 times as much in Switzerland and nothing happens? And in Germany, weirdly, from the store, all is fine, but then from my mother's fridge, horrible, disgusting. What is wrong with the shit in my mother's fridge? So I had the Red Bull, and it went so bad. But my pee was white. I analyzed everything because I couldn't believe it. I thought I'm dying. I might be dying. You never know. You never know. You never know. Because I'm not calling an ambulance. I'm not calling a doctor. I'm not seeing a doctor. I will let my body die no matter what. That's just the way it is. If I'm not in a country where I know the doctor's help, like Australia, where they did, when I see the doctor and I'm like vomiting. Here was once for 6 weeks I was laying on the ground in front of the toilet and had diarrhea and vomiting and whatever. Went to see the doctor. Nothing, you're healthy. 6 weeks on the floor, in the bathroom, in front of the toilet. Couldn't do anything for 6 weeks. And the doctor said, you're fine. Not once did I have that in Australia. Not once. They diagnosed something, gave me the medication. Done. Not in Germany. When I see a doctor in Germany, 6 weeks, vomiting, diarrhea, whatever. You're healthy. Last time, 7 different ones. Obviously had something. Healing with the garlic. You're healthy. You're healthy. Why would I see a doctor for anything? If I went to see the doctor and said, oh, must have some poison in my body because I'm vomiting 6 hours. Yesterday I vomited for 6 hours, 10 hours, hardcore suffering. Like after 6 hours I thought, okay, logic, simple logic. How do I fix this? The vomiting, nausea, inflammation. What can I do? Have an ice cold shower for the inflammation. So I had a very long ice cold shower and vomited everything I could out of my stomach. Like foam, white foam came out, and white stuff, disgusting. And as soon as I had water, vomiting white foam again, real weird. And after the ice cold shower, the nausea was a little better. But when the body heated up again and it was super hot, nausea came back. So how is that possible with 0 alcohol in your stomach from the Red Bull? I had 0 alcohol in my stomach. When I vomited, there was no alcohol in the stomach anymore. If you have like alcohol and you vomit from the alcohol, there's alcohol in your stomach. We know that. There was nothing, and the pee was white. It was not poison pee or anything. I drank from the Red Bull, not even the whole one. Not the first one, the whole one, the second one, the half one, and then started vomiting. Seriously? The Red Bull I left in my mother's fridge. I bought it at Kasna, BFT petrol station in Bretten, my hometown. This is it. Seriously, that was my last visit. Like, seriously. I left Australia after the drugging. I'm leaving Germany after this. And I will never call the police. Never. I will never call a doctor, see a doctor. I will let my body die. But hey, murderers, don't attempt. And do it properly. Have some courage. Stab me or whatever. Like something that goes quick. Why torture? Like seriously. It's so unnecessary because it doesn't change a thing. It just confirms what I know. So I still feel horrible. There was no one more Red Bull. I just had one sip of that one. Thought, no, I got dizzy right away. Really weird. Really weird. So now I'm gonna go to the store and try a Red Bull from the store, because I need the proof for myself, right? What happens with the different kinds of Red Bulls? Why is the Red Bull from being overnight in my mother's fridge so poisonous? And why are the Red Bull and food from the store not poisonous, not from my mother's fridge? Why is that? And why does this never happen in Switzerland? I never thought it's gonna be that bad. And I knew when I wished I'm gonna die, I knew I'm gonna fucking survive this as well. It's so annoying. How much more? How much longer? Someone on TikTok said, I never really want to believe it, said, one more karmic lesson coming. And I thought, what might that be? Was it that one? Was it? I really hope that was it. I'm so used to being poisoned and drugged and hunted and projected on and whatever. What do you want to do? Confirm everything? Just keep confirming? What do you want to do? What would a normal person do? Run to the police? No, please. Don't be ridiculous. So yeah, someone asked to visit today or tomorrow. I was hoping I feel better today. I hope it's tomorrow, because I'm not feeling too well yet. It's still, I don't know. I'll just stay in bed. I was in bed since 3 a.m. Sunday morning. I'm just in bed, suffering. I brought the bunnies out and I brought them back in, and I wanted to bring the rubbish out. Like you have to roll the big bin to the street so they can pick it up. And I wanted to do it like late at night, but the neighbor already did it. So nice. Like even if I was too sick to think of it, I think it was the new neighbors. How nice. They're so nice. They probably thought I would forget to bring the rubbish out. That's my whole function as a human. Remove the rubbish, remove the rubbish, remove the rubbish, remove the rubbish. I'm not forgetting the rubbish. I won't. I think of rubbish all day. Same with the Reiki sessions. It's just removing rubbish from the body. Remove the rubbish, remove the rubbish, remove the rubbish. Rubbish, you are my life. Seriously. Anybody has some rubbish stuck in their system? Let's remove that shit. So I really want to do Reiki. Like this time I will do a proper entity extraction, projection of my energy on the Reiki doll here. This time I have to do a proper one, because that was proper trauma to my system. So I have to remove that. And then I need a few days recovery. Wow, thank God that happened now and not just before I have to go. Because I really want to go immediately. I would leave today. If I could just, I don't know, put the bunnies in a clinic, in a bunny hotel or whatever. There must be bunny hotel somewhere. Cat hotel. I don't know. I would leave immediately. Never come back, look back, think back, go back, feel back. But I need to recover from this. This really needs a few days. Wow. What poisoning? What was it? I would really like to know. And I was thinking to myself, wow, you don't have any major reactions anymore. Like, I'm already like so done inside with everyone I know is capable of such. I'm just done. Seriously, I can't, it's just confirming. And I cannot understand how anybody can do such a thing, why they think they're gonna survive that. So funny. Do they want to hurt me or kill me? That's my question. Hurt me, torture me, or kill me? Is there like a secret lesson behind? Like, stop drinking Red Bull? And I'm like, don't be ridiculous, because the Red Bull from the store is fine. Only when I leave it in my mother's fridge, it's not fine. Right? So yesterday I was so hungry I couldn't sleep because I was so hungry. And I had some sausage in the fridge, which I bought. I was terrified to eat it. I thought, oh my god, if I eat that, it's the only thing I have. If I eat that, what's gonna happen? So I washed everything. So from inside the package, so let's wash that shit before I eat it, and it was fine. Paranoia is going on super high level now. Like, wow, don't touch this, don't touch that. Oh, don't. Yeah, and I didn't talk about, I had so much fun. I came home and I felt great, amazing. On the way home, I was trying to find balance because I had vodka. And then in the end, I couldn't feel the vodka anymore. And I don't know, it's not that important. Like, I'm not gonna, turn over every rock. Ask every person in the city. So I talked to 3 young guys, young people, like two guys, 1 girl. And I said, they asked me, where are you going? What are you doing? We don't know where to go. Everything's closed. And I said, yeah, shithole of a town. Everything's closed. I'm looking for balance. And then one guy started judging me. They were like super young. Like the German way, like German mindset, German setting, German upbringing. And started projecting on me and humiliating me, like with his words in an instant. And I'm like, you have no right to put that on me. It's like, if you don't like that, that's your problem. Seriously, don't put that on me. And he didn't stop saying like bullshit stuff. So I started doing Reiki. I mean, you attack me, you attack my energy, my aura with whatever. I'm gonna Reiki you, bitch. So I Reiki'd him. And then he said, my god, you're fucking psycho. And I'm like, no, I think you're the psycho. Be accepting. Be accepting. You don't like that. He drank alcohol. It's disgusting. I want to balance the alcohol, the disgusting thing. There's nothing more disgusting than alcohol demon. And he's obviously ridden by something, because you don't go up to a stranger and then judge him on some detail of his existence. Like, why would you do that? So I judge people who judge people. I judged the guy because he judged. He attacked my aura, so I have the right to do Reiki. I give myself always the right. If somebody attacks my aura, enters my space, goes inside my aura, no matter what it is, I work on that person's space. It's just the way it is. I'm allowed to do so. Call it Reiki rape. I don't care. I'm not gonna go up to them and humiliate them, do the same thing to them. No. I channel a love energy into their being. And I did like the Daikomyo, the soft, that's one of the softer ones. They call it master level. To me, it's like soft version, softy Reiki. That's the beginning. When you start doing Reiki, you just do the softy thingy. And I did that with my hands, and he went totally nuts. He could not handle it. The Germans and spirituality, you fucking psycho and whatever. And then all 3 went against me. They all grouped up as a team and tried to attack me as 3, and I just kept doing my psycho thing. And I thought, fuck you all. I don't fucking care. You attack my energy with your weird reality from my point of view. I'm gonna Reiki that shit. Can't do anything. Hey, you fucking psycho. And then one said, oh, you can't trigger me. I don't want to trigger you. I want you to not be triggered by one word I said. Like, I can't talk to Germans because at one point I say one thing and then one snaps and goes like, no, you're wrong. Oh my god, we have to destroy you. We have to eliminate you. You cannot exist on this plane. You have to, no, change your mind. You're wrong. Die. That's Germany. So I kept doing my Reiki thing until they stopped. They did. One guy went super nice in an instant and started talking normal to me. I thought, he got it. Done. He was like, whoops, love. Talk to me in a normal way, ask questions. I thought, okay, perfect, done. Next 2. But they couldn't. The worst one. He just walked off and I walked away and thought, Germany. I have no chance in this country. I can't even talk truth to people for a few minutes. always like, trigger, and then, no, we have to destroy her. That's impossible. That cannot exist. That cannot exist. Destroy her. They're everywhere. I walked down the street and I talked to everyone. I walked down the street. I didn't know anyone. The place where I would have known someone was closed. I thought they have their rules. Like, they're closed Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I don't know when. And they stick to it. Even if it's a public holiday the next day, they don't change the rules and have an open door. So I asked the people on the street, like, where is everyone? Like, tomorrow is a public holiday and they have to be somewhere. And then they said there's a festival somewhere. I'm not going to a festival with my shoes I like. Yeah, I talked to almost every person I saw on the street. So, I don't know, maybe 15 people. The thing I'm really good at, walking up to people and just say whatever comes to my mind and Reiki the shit. I've never done that before, that one, but it worked. It really worked. I'm gonna do that over and over now. If somebody attacks my energy, I will not just walk away and think, oh, German. I will just start doing Reiki. You attack my field, I'm gonna Reiki you. And not think about how crazy that looks. Yeah, it looks crazy, I know. I know how I grew up and what that must look like. But you know what? I don't care anymore because I walked away in a better state. It was much better. It was so funny. It was so fucking funny. And the fact, the projections, like, you can't trigger me. I'm not trying to trigger you. I want you to be love. Look at me and let me say whatever I want to say and not try to murder me because I said a word. But then I go home and the next day, almost poisoned to death. Could I have died? I have no idea. If I drank the whole Red Bull, I don't know. So I had worse vomit sessions, like in Thailand. I will never drink from these buckets again. I drank from these buckets on the beach. There's that full moon party. And I just drank from buckets. I was pretty carefree until I knew that can go wrong. So yeah, and I vomited 11 hours on a bus. First on a boat, 8 hours on a boat, and then another 3 hours on a bus. Couldn't stop vomiting, same kind of vomiting. So I thought, oh my God, is this gonna be 11 hours? And I just prepared my mind. And I thought, okay, it's possible to vomit 11 hours. And I only stopped because someone had MCP drops. And they gave me the drops and then I stopped vomiting. I thought maybe we have that in the house. I didn't check. But, and I probably wouldn't take them because God knows what's in there in this house. So, yeah, 11 hours is possible. So I already relaxed into knowing this can go 11 hours. Relaxed into it. I learned that shit. Yeah, in Thailand, 8 hours on a boat. The boat was horrible. Wow, so wavy. And yeah, but I had to take the boat. I had to take the bus. And in the bus, oh my God, that angel with the MCP drops. So much you could carry around with you that could be helpful. Like in Australia, when they started drugging everyone, someone told me, I always keep like a bunch of the black charcoal tablets in my bag. Like, they were already prepared. The people around me, they were also used to being drugged. So they keep charcoal tablets with them. So as soon as you realize you're being drugged, you just take these tablets and you'll be fine. And then for a while I carried them around. But it's like with the rain. You take the umbrella, it doesn't rain. Now I'm fine. Now I can do that pretty well. I should start the charcoal tablet thing again. Let's buy charcoal tablets. They could have helped yesterday. I really thought, wow, you should start doing that again. Yeah, and then just get the poison out of the system in an instant. You know the way. Not prepared. Hasn't happened in so long. But don't tell the Germans. That's not a normal thing in Germany. They wouldn't believe that shit. The things I've seen, the people I lived with, what happened around me. It's just not normal for a German. They cannot imagine that that's even possible. It's so weird. That's why I don't want to believe that someone did that. I keep thinking, was it the Red Bull? But I'm gonna go to the store and I try a Red Bull from the store to know, does that Red Bull do the same thing than the other Red Bull that was in my mother's fridge overnight? And usually, like every time I did that, nothing happened. So isn't that weird? I think that's so weird. Oh, and now you're imagining it. The trauma made you think you were poisoned and then you vomited. That's like what one of my druggers said. Oh, I studied psychology at university besides medicine and whatever. I don't know. And, you can create all of that in your mind. Yeah, I know you can. The vomiting, can you create such physical reaction by drinking the same thing and then vomit for 6 hours and be poisoned until the next day? Is that possible? Is that possible? And why only in Germany and not in Switzerland? In Germany I was never drugged, only in Switzerland. I think that's a little weird. What else? So I talked about the young guys, and then I walked down the street to the next space. There was a guy I talked to and he was so arrogant and rude to me, and I said, why are you so rude to me? He said, because you were rude to me last time. I didn't even remember him. But when he said it, I remembered a little bit. I think he wanted to date me and I didn't want to, and he was a bit pushy, and then I just told him, probably in a rude way, to fuck off. And I can't remember like anything in detail. I didn't remember him at all when I talked to him. And then he said it, I said, I swear I do not remember. And that was like in my heavy trauma state. It was like just after arriving in Germany, that was heavily traumatized. Nobody could come near me at that time. Like, it was very hard to even speak to me without me almost dying. Because Germany, after major trauma, your aura is extremely damaged. So you're extremely sensitive, and then year 3, it takes 3 years to close all the trauma holes in the aura. In my case, 3 years, close the aura holes. It's just, it happens naturally, or you can support it, whatever, I don't know. But it takes time to close the trauma holes, and when the holes are still big and your aura is open, everything that would be maybe annoying later is like a new trauma to your system after trauma. Simple logic, other people don't understand and then judge you for it and think, sick, change, be normal, be different, heal. Yeah, it takes a while. You have to wait. It's just the way it is. I cannot snap my finger and tomorrow aura is closed. I tried, didn't work. Like, it's going a little faster now, but it would be great if you could do that like in a night. Like, raped to death yesterday, don't even know what happened, drugged and what not. And I snap my finger, I do one session, and tomorrow I'm healed. Maybe with ayahuasca. But the problem is with psychoactive substances and then drinking ayahuasca, that could go wrong as well. Because I had the opportunity, like I was in Thailand, I thought, let's find someone, but it was not meant to happen. If it's meant to happen, you find someone, you stand in front of it, and ayahuasca says, I'm here, do me. It's just the way it is. So ayahuasca shows up when ayahuasca shows up, and when you meet ayahuasca, she's there and it's available, you can book it, you can go, you're ready to go. That's how that works, believe it or not. So I was trying to find it, but I was not meant to do it because of the psychoactive substances in my body, which were 100% like mixed into something and whatever, 100%, because nothing goes weird in your psycho mind without any psychoactive substances. It's the way it is. And ayahuasca doesn't like that. You have to be clear of that for 6 months, otherwise You cannot do that shit. They reject you, they refuse you if they see it's possible you have that in your system, and they have to. It's like one of the major rules of ayahuasca. So there was a girl, and she told me about a guy who knows where I can go, but it was a German guy, and I didn't like the vibe. And vibes are everything, so yeah. It would have been wrong, probably. But if I didn't have any substances in my body, which before was always the case, nothing. No substances, no drinking for forever, nothing. And no medication ever taken, nothing. Clear body. And then before ayahuasca, I also, to respect the plant, I always did a fast. Some people, ayahuasca people say, oh, you don't have to fast. I always did it, even when they said you don't have to. Go there as you are. No, it's like disrespectful to bring that much rubbish into a session. And it was really the worst one I ever experienced in Germany with the people who got caught later. You don't get caught as a true healer. So, yeah, that was really bad. So I always fasted. I was always clear of everything for forever before ayahuasca, and a proper fast before. And then once I even fasted, did a proper fast, like 7-day fast, and that was the one where I booked 3 sessions, and she said after 2 you're done. So fasting, great thing, and ayahuasca loves that. Respect the plant, respect your body, listen to what she says, and release that shit. It's also funny, I never vomited on ayahuasca, never. And yesterday when I was vomiting, I thought, no, I vomit in real life. I never vomit on ayahuasca. Nothing ever made me come close to vomiting, because my life was so fucked up and hard. I wasn't even scared. The first session, I was never scared for once to meet anything on ayahuasca that could trigger me like too hard or whatever. I was not once. I knew nothing in my subconscious will shock me, because life was already so horrible. This cannot be worse. It's true. It's true. Like nothing. I could deal with anything ayahuasca put in front of me. Everything was just, you just have to accept that reality. Like, oh fuck, that fucking darkness rolling over my body. And then you just lean back, relax, and let it happen. It's gonna be over soon. Today I'm drinking tea because I'm scared of the water bottles. I'm so terrified now. Yesterday I started eating a carrot from the fridge. I thought maybe they poison the bunnies, because the bunnies got a little fat. I don't know. I'm not feeding them too much. I'm feeding exactly what I'm told to feed, what my mother feeds them, but they got a little fatter. And the cats too. Really weird. I don't know what. And then I started eating a carrot and I spit it out. I thought, no, even the carrot tastes poisoned now. So sad what people can do to your mind. By the way, I cut my hair myself and I like it. It's not washed since the poisoning. But I like it. There's one more thing. I'm not sure if I want to talk about it. It was the thing that actually put me into the happiest of moods. Before I went home, I did some crazy thing a German couldn't handle. But it really made my night. I couldn't find what I was looking for, which was great in the end, because I kind of knew, but I wanted to do something, and you need a purpose. So I need some purpose to go out there and talk to people. And it's not alcohol. I will not make alcohol my purpose, go to a bar and have a drink. No, I hate alcohol. If anybody may have realized. Now I hate it. No, I don't hate it more. I can't hate it more. And it was a cleanse. The vodka was a cleanse. That fucking gin. I'm gonna throw that all out now. Not sorry. Because, mother, you don't want to drink that either. Or I want to see her. Okay, I'm gonna keep a little bit and I say, you're mad? I threw that out. Please drink it in front of my eyes. I want to see you drink that gin. Yeah, so I do not want to talk about that thing that made me so happy. It was, I don't know. just a fun thing that felt fun from the beginning to the end. But I feel like, no, the internet does not deserve that. No. Yeah, I made a decision. I don't talk about details of one specific topic. I don't want to. I didn't before, and that story would require details, and I do not talk about details. Otherwise, the story wouldn't make sense anyway, because if I tell it without the details, it doesn't sound fun. Imagine I was employed and I could not leave, and then someone poisons me, and I go to the doctor and I say, in Germany, I can't go to work because I was poisoned and I'm feeling like dying. Germany, you're so ridiculous. They don't help anyway. No, I'm so done. I'm so done with this country. It's like, I'm not gonna fight that, no. Pretty sure, like, I really feel like a Hitler reincarnation. It's, yeah. This is not right here. It's left. And then I thought, because cat had a tick, I took the tick out with a, what's the word, tweezers? I hate ticks. They're so disgusting. And he had one here. And then first I thought, oh, maybe I got in contact with the tick and now I have that infection they can give to you. All these thoughts you can have while feeling poisoned, vomiting in bed. That was so disgusting, removing that thing with a normal... Ugh. But I would do anything in my power for cat. So he's really the best version of a cat I can imagine. I do not want a cat in general. I would not get any pet. So when I came here, they told me his birthday and his star sign is the same than my new favorite person. And I thought, no, that can't be right. But the sign of my former favorite person was is the one before that. So I thought, no, they probably got that wrong because they don't know the exact day. And I thought I got that wrong because he's like my favorite human, but my new favorite human is his star sign. He's so protective. And the other one wasn't. That was missing. Like, he was not protecting me. Like, my former favorite person was not protecting me at all. I always felt like, fuck, that guy has no desire to keep me from harm. He would just watch, and then when something happens. So the new favorite person doesn't know me, I think. If he does, you have to protect me, otherwise there will be a better one. But yeah, I think the star sign is correct, because I think that one is a protective person. And can be asshole all the time, but when I really, really need him, he comes cuddling and healing and whatever. Like, really, rarely, and all the other times, asshole. That's what I hear others say about my new favorite person. Oops. I like that. I like that. Okay, that's it for today. My baby boo. Oops. Mm.